Dadhichi, just a moment ago, I asked you a question and I thought of the answer, and you picked the answer even though you did not know what I was going to ask you. How do you do that?
Well, I didn't actually pick the answer. I just, I don't know, what was the question again?
The question was, who is the other famous Maltese?
Oh, because I'm born in well, my parents were Maltese. My mother was Maltese.
Yes.
I don't know, for some reason the name Bono came to me, and then I corrected myself.
Yeah.
And I said, no, Bono, the famous singer, was Irish.
Yes.
And then you said a name that I've never heard of.
Dr. Edward de Bono, who is the foremost philosopher and educator on the processes of thinking.
Okay, well...
And the fact that his name is de Bono...
And I said Bono.
That is too uncanny for you to pick it up.
Well, that I think explains, especially in response to a lot of skeptics who want to know how psychic stuff works. I mean, in that instance I was focusing on where I was driving. I wasn't even really thinking about what I was going to say, and that's precisely how I think the process of intuition works a lot of the time. You're not quite conscious of what's going to come out. It's almost happening beneath the conscious level.
Right.
To you. So yeah, and you know, when people ask me, Dadhichi, are you a clairvoyant or are you a clairaudient? You know, a clairvoyant is someone who has visions.
Right.
A clairaudient hears the sounds. Sometimes they say dead people speak to them in their ears, and I say no. I'm actually, I think I'm, apart from being an astrologer, closer to what's called a clairsentient. That is, the thoughts, as you just saw then, are sometimes picked up.
Right.
By me.
Okay, can I just ask you something, just digressing a little bit?
Sure.
You say a clairaudient hears people who have died. Now,
no, not who have died. These are like mediums who actually have super sensitive hearing. They can. It's like a dog can hear a really high-pitched whistle that we can't.
Right.
A clairaudient can actually hear the sounds of dead people or distant sounds, and they use that to give their prediction.
Say somebody like that guy who used to come on television,
John Edwards. Well,
John Edwards.
Yeah. He also, I think I heard him in an interview say that he's not necessarily clairvoyant, but he does tend to hear sounds or get symbolic sounds and that sort of thing.
Now,
so,
do you think the only reason that something like that is possible is because time is four-dimensional, so whoever has lived before has left an imprint, or do you think it is because of some other reason?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned time, and I think that's a really good analogy. I once saw a diagram which described the past, present and future in a very interesting way, and the example used was, if I was in a three-carriage train, in the middle carriage, as I'm travelling along, my sense of time in the now would be very different to the person in the carriage in front of me. Where that person is my future. I am yet to be there, and of course the person in the carriage behind me is yet to be where I am.
But yet you are all...
No, but if I was in a helicopter looking down at the three carriages, all three carriages would be in my present.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
It does.
It's probably a very loose example, but sure. So what was the question? I think we were talking about time, and Einstein also said that time is a relative sort of thing.
Yes.
Excuse me, that's my phone calling.